I have a decision on the Libby trial. That was supposed to be a gavel. Okay. All right, number one, Libby is the most guilty man who's ever been put on trial in the United States of America. My friend was saying this. I don't know if I'd go this far, but the guy that I was talking to was saying, I think he's more guilty than O.J. Okay. Now, look, the defense was awful. And I don't mean like, yeah, I'm politically guilty, and I'm not talking about my bias, et cetera. I'm talking about legally, okay, on the charge of perjury and obstruction of justice.
Just obstruction of justice, right? Is he facing a perjury charge?
Yeah, he is as well. So the prosecution put together a devastating case. They're like, here's Tim Russert and 5 other reporters who say on the record, yes, that's the man who told me the name of Valerie Plame, and he didn't get it from me, as he claims. I got it from him, right? Absolutely, positively clear. The defense is going to put on a case, say, oh, I don't remember, I have faulty memory, blah, blah, blah. Except they don't put on a case. They don't put Scooter Libby on. He doesn't say anything about his faulty memory. Then they're going to put on Dick Cheney, who's going to say, hey, it's okay, I told him to do it. But they don't put him on either. So what did they put on? They just rested yesterday. The people that they put on for the defense was, yeah.
He didn't tell me.
He didn't tell me, or, yeah, he was really busy. And, okay, I mean, it was an awful defense. I would be shocked if he isn't found guilty, and really quickly. I mean, that jury's got to go into that jury room and be like, oh, I mean, what did we just see here? I mean, I can't even believe there's a question.
I am very sympathetic to arguments about people forgetting stuff, because your mind is tricky, and it plays tricks on you, and you think you said stuff when you didn't, or you think you didn't say stuff and you did. I believe it happens all the time. I'm very tempted to believe people who say they don't remember, within bounds of reason. I mean, you don't forget meetings with the vice president, which I know you have every day, where you discuss a critic of your most important foreign policy endeavor and the manner in which you're going to discredit him by exposing that his wife works at the CIA, and you're going to claim that she sent him even when she didn't. It is inconceivable that you forget that. And then the reporters that you call. Inconceivable. There's a 0% chance. None.
You're about to leak national security secrets, classified information, and that slipped your mind? That you talked to the vice president about it, and that you talked to 5 other people about it before you claim you got it from Russert, and Russert got on the stand and said, I didn't get it from him. I never talked to him about it. I mean, this guy, they got him dead to rights. Fitzgerald put together an overwhelming prosecution. So Libby will be found guilty. I don't think there's any doubt of that. Okay. Now, having said that, I think the more interesting prediction is this. When they decided not to put Libby and Cheney on the stand, the defense basically conceded, and they knew he was going to be found guilty. That was basically them saying, we're not going to do it. We're not going to put on a defense, okay? So that means, in my mind, they made a deal, and he's going to get pardoned, okay?
Entirely possible.
Because, I mean, to not even put on a defense, because this was not a defense. I mean, somebody could be guilty, and you could still put on an awesome defense, and that's where we get to O.J. Simpson. I mean, the guy was guilty, but, man, did they put on a defense. They put on a hell of a defense, and when the jury went into the room, everybody knows he's guilty. Did everybody think he's definitely going to be, adjudicated guilty? No way. There was a great anticipation whether it was going to be guilty or not guilty. So if the defense didn't put on a case because they didn't want to put on Cheney, boy, that pardon, man, I'd be really surprised if that didn't come. I don't know if it's going to come tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to come in a month or 2 months, but it's around the corner. Before Bush leaves, I'd be shocked if they didn't pardon Libby. And what they'll do is, of course, they'll appeal it, so he won't actually have to go to jail. It'll drag it out, and then in the middle of a Friday night, Bush will come in and say, I pardon Libby. And of course, when he does that, there'll be, once again, no consequence.
And, of course, if he can stay out of prison pending an appeal, then Bush may be able to string it out until the end of his term.
Yeah, and that's probably what will happen. And, again, there'll be absolutely no consequences, and he'll get away with it. So you have that to look forward to.